Welcome to Edify K4. Within this short video, you will get a brief overview of the student interface, as well as the teacher interface. This is the login screen that looks the same for all users. You can enter a simple username and password that Edify will help set up for you, or you can use single sign-on if you are a Google Apps School. This is the student dashboard. The navigation bar remains the same regardless of where the student navigates within the system. They can return to home with the home button,
Home,
send messages to students in their course, teachers, or parents. They can manage their
My
profile by choosing whether or not they want to use the text-to-speech function on the site. They can also change their profile image and manage when they receive messages in their email. This is the logout button. This box here indicates the points that the student is receiving as they work through the various activities within their course. On the left side of the screen, you see the student's classroom. These are all of the courses that Clara is enrolled in. If I hover over the buttons, you will hear the audio for each button.
Math, Reading,
Whenever you see a speaker, you can click on that field and it will read it to you.
Clara's Classroom,
On the right side of the dashboard, you see a section called Just for Me. This is a place where a student can customize their learning experience. By entering information into an interactive reading log, they can track their reading, and that reports directly to their teacher. They earn points for every 5 minutes that they record in their reading log.
Home,
This is where they can view the badges that they've earned in the course. The points add up to different badges depending on what they're earning the points for. They can also set personal goals
Goals,
that can either be academic or more personal. Clara has a goal to be a better reader, and also she wants to be a vet when she grows up. When she completes a goal,
I achieved my goal,
she can enter the date
my completed goals,
that she achieved her goal and how she reached her goal.
my current goals. Home,
Students can also enroll in courses independently. The teacher simply provides an enrollment key, and they would enter the enrollment key in this field here and then click Enroll. When entering into a course, the page changes. You see a navigation bar along the left, as well as the unit map. The unit map can be customized. The image behind the path can be uploaded by a teacher, or the images that are preloaded in the system can be used. This is a great place for students to get engaged in customizing the course for their classroom. In the navigation bar, you'll notice there's a course home button, My Resources, My Progress, and My Extras. My Resources are the resources that are generated by the system to the student following an assessment, if they have not met mastery in a standard. My Progress shows the
my
student
progress,
what their pacing is in the course, how much they've completed, as well as what they've mastered and what they need help with. My Extras
my extras,
contains a list of sites that are commonly used in reading in elementary. Teachers can also add their own sites and customize this space for their students.
Vocabulary,
This bar shows the units for the course. When entering into a lesson,
Go,
you'll notice that the lesson page is set up in chunks. We have the lesson title along the top, Getting Started, which includes the essential question and the I can statement for the lesson, the anticipatory set, which would be a video or an image. Down below we have Explore and Investigate. This includes the lesson instructions and the sequence that the students would move through in the lesson. Notice again the speaker buttons next to each step of the lesson. You can embed Quizlets or other images or videos right within the lesson to make a more interactive experience. The Digging Deeper section contains other resources that the student can use, whether they're referenced in the lesson or if they just want to have a little extra practice. The lessons that are currently loaded in the system for reading are for the foundational skills, vocabulary, and comprehension. As the student scrolls down to the bottom of the page, they can click Show What You Know to take a formative assessment.
Resume.
The assessment items can be used as is in the system or customized by the teacher. The assessment items can also contain text-to-speech, or text-to-speech can be disabled. In this instance,
Click on the picture to hear the words. Choose the word that does not rhyme with pat.
text-to-speech has been enabled, and a simple multiple-choice question has been transformed into a more interactive kind of question. The student can click on each picture to hear the words to determine which one rhymes or does not rhyme.
Cat. Hat. Pot. Next question.
Edify contains over 85,000 assessment items, 65,000 of which are leased from the NWEA. The assessment items that we've designed include items that a student would see in high-stakes testing environments. We want to give the students opportunities to experience these types of assessment items in a non-high-stakes environment. This is a click and drag item where they have to drag the red dot into the field that the teacher has already preloaded. Here's another example of a multiple choice question that contains an audio recording and 3 videos to listen to. What is the sound at the end of this word? 6. 6. Choose from the answers below. S. S. Every assessment item is tagged to a standard.
Next question. Next question.
This is a Mad Lib question.
4.
Answers can be drug into the spaces within the sentence. When the student is finished with the assessment, the system automatically grades these assessment items and provides instant feedback. The teacher also receives instant feedback, and I will show you that in the second half of this video. As the system is generating the feedback, it is also gathering resources for remediation for the student. When the student has not achieved mastery on any standard within the assessment, standards are actually tagged to each question. The system will automatically generate resources to provide remediation. Resources can come in the form of any kind of digital resource: web links, videos, PDFs, PowerPoints, and the student can rate these resources based on whether or not they found them helpful.
This resource was not helpful.
Now we're going to jump into the teacher interface to see how the teacher would interact with the system. Again, the login screen is the same for the teacher, but this time the teacher dashboard looks different. We have notifications. These are notifications that could indicate that a student has taken an assessment or completed a lesson, or that the teacher has received a message from the student. It shows the performance of all of the students in all of the courses that the teacher is teaching and what's due next. Down below we have the Courses I'm Teaching tab, Courses I'm Taking, which is professional development, and Templates, which is where the teacher would build their courses. Within this reading course, we can take a look at the assessments that have been completed and view the results. But we can also dive deeper by looking at the Performance tab and looking at student scores by strand, and then also all the way down to the individual standard and substandard level. You can also group student scores by domain. From the domain, you can see the student's mastery level on the standards within that domain, and from here, you can group students according to their needs. Teachers can also give assessments that are teacher-facing, in which the teacher is the one viewing the assessment and not the student. Teachers can do this by giving checklists, doing a reading level entry, running record entry, and DIBELS entry. A checklist assessment would have standards across the top, and in this case we have I can statements describing the standard. And this becomes a really useful tool for observational data. As we know, elementary students are not always going to be able to do student-facing assessments. Checklist assessments work great for conferring while reading and writing workshops. Reading level entries can be done very quickly by finding the student, looking at previous entries, or entering a new entry. You can use Fountas-Pinnell leveling system or the Lexile leveling system. DRA is coming soon. You can add the week number, the grade level, and the reading level, and any notes that you may have. You can also do a complete running record entry. Here, you can include the title, the threshold for mastery, which is indicated in the rubrics below, the week number of the running record, the text level that was read, the date of the assessment, the text type. When choosing the grade level, it automatically adjusts the standards that are tagged within the rubrics below. Within these fields, words read, errors, and self-corrections, once those are entered, the rates are automatically calculated below. You can also analyze the running record by including information about how the errors were cued and self-corrects. Notes can be made in the notes box. Whenever a student does not meet proficiency within the rubric, resources are automatically generated to the student based on the standard that is tagged within the rubric. The comprehension rubric works the same. In addition to the Performance tab, teachers also have the ability to run reports. The Performance by Standard report allows the teacher to see the average performance in the class across all of the standards that have been assessed. By running a Performance by Standard report for the reading course, the teacher can view all of the standards along the left side and click on the bars to see the assessment and the individual student performance. The scores can be sorted accordingly for proper grouping for remediation. Tune in for a full Edify demo to view the remaining features of the amazing Edify K4.